assumption for steady flow process. Now we are knowing what is the steady flow process कि इनलेट से आपका जो मास है वो मास अंदर लिया जाता है, कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम सिस्टम में वो जो मास है वो कंट्रोल किया जाता है, और आउटलेट से वो जो मास है वो बाहर निकाला जाता है। लेकिन वो जो मास अंदर लिया जाता है और बाहर छोड़ा जाता है, वो मास स्टेडी होने की वजह से आपके सिस्टम में जो फ्लूइड लिया है उस फ्लूइड का वॉल्यूम it is remain always controlled. That is the meaning of this steady flow process. Okay, so the first assumption is mass transfer, rate of mass transfer at inlet and exit rate of mass transfer at inlet and exit are equal. Next is the state and energy of the fluid, at inlet, exit, and in the controlled volume, do not change with respect to time. And third assumption, rate of heat transfer and work transfer, across the control volume are same. Now give the heading, first law of thermodynamics applied to steady flow process. First law of thermodynamics applied to steady flow process, or steady flow energy equation. In bracket, open system, Okay, we have seen the energy equation for the closed system. We have seen energy equation for isolated system, and now this is an open system. Understand? Now I request you that whatever diagram is provided over here, you copy it down in your notebook. Let us move towards the derivation of steady flow energy equation. Actually, when offline exam was, or we were conducting the offline exam, at that time, that was a very famous question, and frequently it was asked in the examination that derive the steady flow energy equation, or explain the first law of thermodynamics applied to the steady flow process with steady flow energy equation. यानी कि जब ऑफलाइन एग्जामिनेशन होती थी तो ये जो डेरिवेशन था, ये डेरिवेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था, एंड द डेरिवेशन इज वेरी वेरी इजी because this is open system. Okay, in open system, whatever mass we are taking inside the system, we are sending that mass outside this system with the constant flow rate. That is the first part. And second, we were absorbing the heat and we are performing the work. Okay, so that is only in two lines you can explain this steady flow process in this way. दो लाइन में आप स्टेडी फ्लो एनर्जी इक्वेशन या स्टेडी फ्लो प्रोसेस को कैसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि यहां आप जो मास अंदर लेते हैं उतना ही मास आप बाहर उसको रिलीज करते हैं और हीट एब्सॉर्ब करके वर्क परफॉर्म करते हैं, एंड ऑल this particular activity is happening in a control volume system. Now my friend, first of all, we will have to understand the mass flow rate. Okay, the mass flow rate at inlet, that is m.1, is equal to m1 divided by t. Actually, once again by mistake, m.1 divided by t is written over there, so it is only m1 divided by t. Okay, so m.1 yani mass flow rate at inlet is mass at inlet divided by time. Okay, so the mass is in kg divided by time in a second. Similarly, m2 is equal, m2 dot is equal to m2 divided by t in kilogram per second. Okay, is it clear to you? Write down simultaneously in your notebook. Each and every statement you will have to write simultaneously with me when I am explaining it in your notebook. So mass flow rate at inlet is m.1, which is equal to m1 divided by t, and its unit is kilogram per second, and mass flow rate at outlet is m2 divided by t, and unit is kilogram per second. Okay, then next is A1 and A2. These are the cross sectional areas at inlet and outlet respectively. A1 and A2 with the cross sectional area at inlet and outlet respectively. Okay, then P1 and P2 are the absolute pressure at inlet and outlet. Okay, P1 and P2 are absolute pressure, means these are not specific any term. This is the absolute pressure, and that pressure is given in kilonewton per meter square. Okay, then small v1 and small v2 be the specific volume at inlet and outlet. Volume is always given in the meter cube. Okay, meter cube divided by kilogram. When we are going to divide any term with the kilogram, it will give us the specific value of that particular property. So here volume is divided by kilogram, that is mass, and it is nothing but the specific volume. V1 is the specific volume at inlet and V2 is the specific volume at outlet. Then U1 and U2. U1, it is provided in a small term, okay, small quantity. So this is U1 comma U2, small u1 and small u2 be the specific internal energies at inlet and outlet, and it is provided in kilojoule per kg, because energy we are mentioning in kilojoule or joule divided by per kg. When you are dividing it by kg, you can get the specific value of that property. Then H1 and H2, these are once again small h1 and small h2 are the specific enthalpies. H1 and H2 be the specific enthalpies at inlet and outlet. That particular quantity is also in kilojoule per kg. C1 and C2, okay, C1 and C2 almost it is going to remain constant. These are nothing but the velocities at inlet and outlet. I want to tell you that in some books, this C1 and C2 are denoted by letter capital V1 and V2 or VC1 and VC2 by that name also. So don't get confused. Capital V1, capital V2, capital VC1, capital VC2 or C1 and C2, both are all are same, and these are nothing but velocities at inlet and outlet. Z1 and Z2 be the elevation or the datum line from the earth surface at inlet and outlet, and it is given in meter, okay, and velocity is provided in meter per second. Then Q is a rate of heat transfer. I have told you rate of heat transfer means heat absorbed divided by time factor, and that is nothing but kilojoule per second, which is known by the name of, here they have provided watt, actually kilojoule per second means kilowatt, okay. And W is also rate of work transfer at inlet, that is kilojoule per second once again, okay. This much part I think you have copied in your notebook, okay, and these all certain properties are written, all these properties are mentioned and written in the previous slide. Here you can see at the inlet properties are mentioned, at the outlet properties are mentioned, okay. Now we are going to move to learn the actual derivation. We will look at now. This is the first, according to the first law of thermodynamics, the energies at entrance is equal to total energy at the entrance. Means at inlet, whatever energy we are going to calculate, that energy is equal to total energy at this entrance. And energy at the entrance, okay, how much energies are working at the entrance? Number one, total energy at the inlet. इनलेट के यहाँ जो टोटल एनर्जी होती है वो, प्लस फ्लो वर्क। इनलेट के यहाँ जहां से आप लिक्विड को सिस्टम में इंसर्ट करते हो, वहां उसके फ्लोइंग की वजह से कुछ वर्क जनरेट होता है। मींस द फ्लो वर्क इज आल्सो वी विल हैव टू ऐड in the energies at entrance, and heat transfer, I have told you that we are going to absorb the heat at this particular entrance. Now let's consider that rate of energies. Rate of energy means we will have to divide every energy by second. So rate of energies at entrance is equal to rate of this total energy, rate of total energy, rate of flow work, and rate of heat transfer. And that part we have mentioned here. Okay. Then rate of energy at the entrance. Okay. Now we have put the quantities, okay, in this particular formula. Rate of total energy means what? A specific total energy multiplied by mass flow rate. Okay. ये क्या होता है कि अगर आपको टोटल एनर्जी का रेट निकालना है तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? टोटल एनर्जी की स्पेसिफिक एनर्जी लेनी पड़ेगी और उसे मास फ्लो रेट से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? जस्ट आई वांट टू टेल यू हियर फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. सी, what is the formula of m.1? It is m divided by per second. Okay. Now what is your specific total energy? It will be kilojoule divided by, it is now specific means you will have to divide it by mass. Okay. And when this mass will be, we are going to cut, then what is remain? Kilojoule per second. And this kilojoule per second, it means rate of your total energy. Energy is provided in kilojoule, and when we are dividing it by time factor, that is second, it will give you the specific total energy. And that's why we have multiplied with the m.1, that is mass flow rate, to the specific total energy. जब स्पेसिफिक टोटल एनर्जी को आप मास फ्लो रेट से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? आपको मिलेगा रेट ऑफ टोटल एनर्जी. ओके. Is it clear to everybody why we have multiplied this m.1 to the specific total energy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can write it down in your notebook simultaneously to understand, because when you will study at your home, at that time, if you will not understand this particular unit conversion, then it may be quite a difficult one to understand why we have multiplied to m multiplied to the specific total energy with mass flow rate. Okay, you write it down. Energy at entrance is equal to total energy at entrance. Energies at entrance is equal to total energy plus flow work plus heat transfer. Let's consider rate of energies. And rate of energy at the entrance is equal to rate of total energy plus rate of flow work plus rate of heat transfer. Have you written it? Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the same thing is applicable to the flow work. Specific flow work multiplied by mass flow rate at the entrance will provide you the rate of flow work. And rate of heat transfer is nothing but Q dot, kilojoule per second. Okay. Now, the total energy, specific total energy, okay, is nothing but specific total energy is nothing but kinetic energy at the entrance plus potential energy at the entrance plus internal energy. And this is the statement of first law of thermodynamics. Total energy, it is related at all with the first law of thermodynamics, and we know that energy is nothing but combination of internal energy and external energy. Okay, so here the U is nothing but the internal energy, and kinetic energy and potential energy are the external energy. So this is the combination of internal energy plus external energy. Okay, then second is the flow work. Flow work means what? कि जब लिक्विड में आपका लिक्विड एक जगह से दूसरी जगह फ्लो होता है तो जो वर्क होता है उसे हम फ्लो वर्क कहते हैं. सो द फ्लो वर्क मीन्स your liquid is moving from one point to another point, means displacement of that particular liquid is happening, and it happens due to the proper pressure given to the volume of liquid, and that's why this flow work is given by the formula P1 V1. Pressure is absolute pressure and volume is specific volume. And I have given you the types of work. I have already taught you the types of work. Am I correct or not? Have you gone through types of work? And in that types of work, flow work is also mentioned. And in flow work, we are calculate that work by the formula P capital and V small, means absolute pressure multiplied by specific volume, plus Q dot will remain as it is. Next, you will have to write it simultaneously with me. Are you writing it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And similarly, the same process is happening at exit also, means at point number 2. And the same equation is getting repeated at the exit, but only the difference change in that is all the quantities which we have denoted with that suffix 1 will be changed into suffix 2, because the rate of energy at exit, means at point number 2, will be given by formula m dot 2 plus u2 plus ke2 plus pe2 bracket complete plus m dot 2 p2, that p2 is capital P into 2 capital P2 multiplied by specific volume at exit, that is 2, plus W dot. Here Q will not come, here W will come, because we are absorbing heat at inlet and we are providing the work at outlet. Understand? Now, for steady flow process, energy at entrance is equal to energy at exit. Okay, because this is the open system, and when you will apply the first law of thermodynamics, the energies at entrance is equal to energies at exit, means rate of energies at entrance is also equal to rate of energies at exit. Okay, now you will have to keep both these statements. You will have to name this particular statement as statement number. This is the statement number 1 and this will be the statement number 2, and you will have to keep statement number 1 and statement number 2 in front of each other. Okay, you will have to write it, both the equations in front of each other, and it will come in this particular format: m dot 1 in bracket u1 plus kinetic energy at entrance plus potential energy at entrance plus m dot 1 in bracket absolute pressure at entrance multiplied by specific volume at entrance plus heat absorbed, rate of heat absorbed, is equal to m2 dot multiplied by internal energy at exit plus kinetic energy at exit plus potential energy at exit plus m2 dot absolute pressure at exit multiplied by specific volume at exit plus work done. Okay, have you written it? Have you written it? Okay. Now, what we have done in the next step, we have taken this particular work done to the LHS. What we have done? We have taken the work done into the LHS, and we have moved all remaining quantities. We have moved all these remaining quantities except Q dot to the RHS. यानी कि हमने क्या किया है सेकंड स्टेप में, Q और W एक साइड में ले लिया है, और Q के साइड में जो कुछ m1 इन ब्रैकेट u1 प्लस काइनेटिक एनर्जी 1 प्लस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी 1 प्लस m1 इंटू p1 v1 था, वो सारा हमने क्या कर दिया है, राइट हैंड LHS में डाल दिया है, सो दैट इट्स साइंस आर चेंज्ड. इसके जो साइन है वो चेंज हो गए हैं. नाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर W which was positive over here, it will be negative when you will shift it to the left hand side, and the term that is rate of total energy at inlet means this term, and rate of flow work at inlet will go to the RHS and it will become negative quantity. Here I have mentioned it. Understand, very simple process. Q और W एक साइड में ले जाना है LHS में, और बाकी के सारे टर्म हमें RHS में लाने हैं. Okay, have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Next, now for the steady flow process, m dot 1 is equal to m dot 2, which is equal to, once again, m dot. Okay, it is once again equal to m dot. Rate of mass flow rate at inlet is equal to mass flow rate is equal at outlet, because this is steady flow process. जो आपका मास फ्लो हो रहा है वो स्टेडी है, इसलिए जितना मास हम इनलेट से लेते हैं उतना ही मास हम आउटलेट से बाहर छोड़ते हैं. सो वी आर टेकिंग whatever mass with whatever rate at inlet, we are just getting it out of the system at outlet. Okay, so that's why it is written that m dot 1 is equal to m dot 2 is equal to m dot. Now we can now take this m dot 1 common, okay, or m dot simply common from the term. Wherever you can find out the m dot 1 or m dot 2, in each and every term in a previous your step of the equation was related or it was multiplied with either m dot 1 or m dot 2. ओके, पहले जो इक्वेशन के स्टेप में आपके टर्म्स थे वो सारे टर्म्स आइदर m डॉट से मल्टीप्लाई थे या m2 से मल्टीप्लाइड थे. तो हमने यहाँ क्या किया है, उसमें से ये m डॉट बाहर निकाला है एंड देन यू हैव रीरिटन दिस पर्टिकुलर इक्वेशन and this equation will come in this particular format which is presented on the screen. Okay, now here in the next step what we have done, we have removed the bracket. Okay, we have removed this particular bracket and this negative sign we have applied to all the terms. यानी कि जब ब्रैकेट आप रिमूव करोगे तो u1 माइनस u1 हो जाएगा, देन दिस माइनस इंटू प्लस माइनस हो जाएगा, दिस माइनस इंटू प्लस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, this potential energy also going to be minus. Similarly, when you will remove the bracket of P1 V1, then the minus sign will be applicable to this P1 V1 also. Means in this step what you have done, you have removed the bracket. Okay. This part you will have to understand because this derivation is very much important. Here we have removed the bracket. Okay. In the next step, what we have done? Now, in a previous step, we have removed the bracket, and in the next step, we have brought all identical terms together. What do you mean by bringing the identical term together? It means, just concentrate, U2 और U1 हमने एक साथ लाए हैं, काइनेटिक एनर्जी 2 एंड काइनेटिक एनर्जी 1 हमने एक साथ लाए हैं, यानी कि ये U जो है वो हमने यहाँ ला दिया, काइनेटिक एनर्जी 1 हमने यहाँ ला दिया, पोटेंशियल एनर्जी 1 हमने फिर से पोटेंशियल एनर्जी 2 के यहाँ ला दिया, एंड वी हैव पुट दिस इक्वेशन वंस अगेन बाय रीअरेंजिंग इट. यानी कि पहले स्टेप में हमें m1 डॉट इज इक्वल टू m2 डॉट करके m1 को कॉमन लाना है, नेक्स्ट स्टेप में आपको ब्रैकेट रिमूव करना है, थर्ड स्टेप में जो आइडेंटिकल टर्म्स हैं उन्हें एक साथ लाना है. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड इट. देन नेक्स्ट, now we have rearranged this equation. And how we have rearranged this equation? We have rearranged it by writing U2 plus P2 V2 minus P1 V1 minus U1 plus kinetic energy at exit minus kinetic energy at entrance plus potential energy at exit minus potential energy at entrance. It means you have brought specific internal energy and the flow work together. फ्लो वर्क और ये आपका जो स्पेसिफिक इंटरनल एनर्जी था, ये आपने क्या किया है यहां, वी हैव ब्रॉट टुगेदर. ओके, वी हैव ब्रॉट इट टुगेदर. Concentrate on only these particular terms. What we have done, U2 plus P2V2 minus P1V1 minus U1. Okay. Then in the next step, this U2 plus P2V2 is replaced by the property H. Yesterday only we have learned about the enthalpy. Enthalpy is nothing but internal energy plus pressure into volume. So U2 plus P2V2, it means it is H2. Okay, this is having the meaning P2 U2 plus P2V2 is equal to H2. Similarly, अगर आपने यहाँ ब्रैकेट प्रोवाइड कर दिया तो ये जो माइनस है वो प्लस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा एंड P1V1 plus U1 will be your H1. Okay, so your equation will be H2 minus H1 plus kinetic energy at exit minus kinetic energy at inlet plus potential energy at exit minus potential energy at inlet. So here you can write that U plus capital P into V is equal to H, specific enthalpy. Okay, so we have put this particular formula in this equation and we got the result that Q dot minus W dot is equal to M1 dot in bracket H2 minus H1 plus kinetic energy 2 minus kinetic energy 1 plus potential energy at 2 minus potential energy at 1. Okay, now the next step is H2 minus H1 is nothing but the difference between the enthalpy. Kinetic energy difference is nothing but the delta kinetic energy, and potential energy difference is nothing but delta potential energy. So H2 minus H1 is nothing but the delta H, means difference between enthalpy. Then kinetic energy 2 minus kinetic energy 1 is nothing but delta kinetic energy, plus potential energy 2 minus potential energy 1 is nothing but difference between potential energy, and that is delta PE. Then for steady flow process, m dot 1 is equal to m dot 2. We have already written it, and it is equal to m dot. That particular part I have already told you, so that you can write the final the value of Q dot minus W dot is equal to m dot in bracket delta H plus kinetic energy plus potential energy. So this is a simple formula. Heat absorbed minus work done is nothing but mass flow rate multiplied by difference between enthalpies plus difference between kinetic energy plus difference between potential energy. This is the equation of your steady flow process. Now small q is nothing but specific heat absorbed, and small w is nothing but specific heat specific work done. और हमने यहाँ क्या किया है, q को m डॉट से मल्टीप्लाई किया है, डिवाइड किया है, w डॉट को m डॉट से डिवाइड किया है. ओके, and when you will divide it, what is going to be happen? Just look carefully. तो जब हम यहां स्मॉल क्यू कैपिटल क्यू की जगह हम जब स्मॉल क्यू यूज करते हैं तो आपका ये जो यम डॉट है वो चला जाता है, बिकॉज वी कैन सपोज आई राइट हियर द इक्वेशन, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इट कि ये क्यों लिखा है. सपोज our equation is q dot minus w dot is equal to m dot in bracket delta h plus delta kinetic energy plus delta potential energy, bracket complete. Now suppose you have decided that multiply and divide whole equation by m dot. Suppose you have decided to divide, multiply and divide this whole particular equation by m. Okay, or instead of this you can bring this m dot to the LHS. मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड करने से अच्छा है कि ये जो m dot है which is situated in a right hand side, you will have to bring it to the left hand side. So the equation will be q dot minus w dot is equal to q dot divided by m dot and w dot divided by m dot, and here delta h plus delta kinetic energy plus delta potential energy multiplied by, no need to multiply because we have taken m dot to the left hand side. So this q dot by m dot will provide you simply the specific heat, minus this w dot divided by m dot will provide you small w means specific work, and the remaining terms are going to be delta h plus delta ke plus delta pe. So this is one another form of your steady flow energy equation in the form of specific heat and specific work. Okay, so this particular formula is also important and you will have to write it down. Okay, write down it. यहाँ हमने यम डॉट राइट हैंड साइड से रिमूव किया है, और जब हम वो रिमूव करते हैं तो हमें क्यू डॉट माइनस डब्ल्यू डॉट नहीं मिलता, स्मॉल क्यू माइनस डब्ल्यू मिलता है, यानी कि हीट एब्सॉर्ब्ड, रेट ऑफ हीट एब्सॉर्ब्ड और रेट ऑफ वर्क डन नहीं मिलता है, यहां हमें स्पेसिफिक हीट और स्पेसिफिक वर्क मिलता है. ओके, दिस क्यू write it down. Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, the third form of the equation we will see. The equation is Q dot minus W dot is equal to M dot in bracket delta H plus kinetic energy plus potential energy. Now here we have decided to put the values of this delta H kinetic energy and potential energy in this particular equation. Then your equation will be delta H means H2 minus H1. This kinetic energy means 1 by 2 mv square. M we have taken common, so it will be v2 square minus v1 square divided by 2000. This 2000 is the constant you consider. Okay, don't go in depth why this 2000 is coming in denominator, etc. You just keep in mind that it is v2 square minus v1 square divided by 2000, and potential energy is given by, potential energy is having formula mgh. Okay, and h means what? Distance. So here h we have denoted for the enthalpy. हमने enthalpy के लिए h ले लिया है, इसलिए वहां की जो हाइट है आपके पोटेंशियल एनर्जी में h जो हाइट इंडिकेट करती है, वहां हम h की जगह z यूज करते हैं. ओके, सो m is taken common, so it will be g into z2 minus z1. This g is also constant because it is gravitational constant 9.81 something, and divided by 1000, and this is the final formula to calculate the Q minus W, heat minus work done. Okay, and this particular formula we will have to use when they will ask the numericals related with this steady flow process. So the important formula to calculate any unknown terms in steady flow process is given by the formula, this Q dot minus W dot is equal to M dot in bracket H2 minus H1 means delta H, then V2 square minus V1 square divided by 2000 means kinetic energy, plus G into Z2 minus Z1 divided by 1000 means potential energy. Okay, and here, as I have mentioned in the previous equation, small q means specific heat is given Q dot divided by M dot. ये जो M dot है वो अगर आपने इस लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ला दिया तो your Q dot, capital Q dot will convert into Q, and capital W dot will convert into small w. Okay, have you written it? And now concentrate on this last two equation. What is the last two equation? इस equation में m नहीं है because we have already converted it, and this particular equation I have already explained to you. And here you can see that capital Q minus capital W is equal to capital delta H, capital kinetic energy and capital potential energy. यानी कि सब में से सबको अगर आपने मास से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो आपकी स्पेसिफिक क्वांटिटी भी नहीं आएगी, एब्सोल्यूट क्वांटिटी आएगी. हीट एब्सॉर्ब माइनस वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू डिफरेंस बिटवीन द एंथैल्पीज, एब्सोल्यूट एंथैल्पीज, difference between absolute kinetic energy and absolute potential energy. Okay, so this thing you will have to write. Practice this derivation 2-3 times so that it will be more clear to you people. Your examination is online, so nobody is going to ask you the descriptive treatment, but these formulas are very much important. Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.